Welcome to the Under Presents, a unique and amazingly crafted game in which ghostly figures sporting a variety of interesting masks and fun hats work together to solve puzzles and piece together the story and truth behind the strange desert they spawn into. In the Under Presents, a dashing fellow who only goes by the title The MC introduces you to his esteemed exotemporal performance venue, where you, as a player, can watch scripted performances as well as get a chance to meet and be entertained by live actors. But that's not why I'm here today. In this video, I'm going to be discussing a few of the secrets and interesting features of the Under. The Under Presents was developed by Tenderclaws, but this isn't their first game. Virtual Reality, a game in which you as a VR player put on a variety of VR headsets and help clients fulfill their needs and wishes, but instead discover the dark hidden truths of the simulation you are trapped in, is another hit produced by Tenderclaws, predating the Under Presents, so of course there's going to be some hidden references. The most obvious reference to VVR is the large golden cage that hangs above and to the left of the stage in the Under. This is a reference to the same golden cage that the VR headset containing the HR room, or the ending room, in VVR is locked in, keeping you from leaving your designated station, as well as the cage your manager, Chaz, locks you in when you misbehave and refuse to follow standard protocol. Another reference to VVR is located in the Under Presents story mode, Time Boat, in which you save a mismatched group of individuals who get stranded on a boat in the middle of a mysteriously brought upon ice age. One of the characters in this story mode, Sandy, dives into the freezing cold water after having believed her beloved dolphin Gerald and her husband Billy have both succumbed to the ice. If you follow her, you are taken to a puzzle, aptly called Sandy's Puzzle, where you tear apart Sandy's memories and toss them into a vacuum where they are sucked up and transformed into her cherished pet dolphin. In one of the scenes you are tasked with tearing apart, a bouquet of flowers can be found comprised of brightly colored Windmill toys. This is the same bouquet of flowers that a character called Springletooth, a sentient children's Windmill toy, so cherishes in the early chapters of VVR. There are a lot of the same or similar assets used in both games as well, but what can you expect when the games come from the same company? But enough about Tenderclaw's other games. Let's move on to secrets contained solely in the universe of the Under Presents. The realm of the Under Presents seems to be a desert clouded in a never-ending sandstorm. Amidst the dunes are broken down structures that, with the help of a little magic and the manipulation of time, players are able to fix. Among these structures is a hole called the Crob Pit. Crobs are similar to that of crabs, except they have glowing eyes and seem to be able to easily drift under the sand. Within this Crob Pit, players can make a crab mask, which I will make a tutorial for soon, from a side tunnel of the Crob Pit. If you were to glitch into the middle of the Crob Pit, you would find, among some water and a shipwrecked sailboat, what looks to be eggs and balls of dung. If you were to consume a dung ball, you'll find yourself affected by poison, as you would if you or another player had used a poison potion effect on a food item. The eggs are an even more interesting story. If you were to break open one of these eggs, a salt shaker would pop out from the egg and lie amongst the broken shell. This makes sense because, to access the Crob Pit, players have to throw salt shakers into the pit to allow them to begin the ritual to be transported into the pit. Moving up and out of the Crob Pit, let's explore the outer reaches of the world. If you were to travel far enough away from the center of the map where the Under is located, you would meet a firm wall covered by a mural of a vast landscape to paint the illusion you're not trapped in a square box. Whether this is because of a lore-based reason, or the devs just got simply lazy when it came to rendering a landscape past the barrier of where players are allowed to go, is up for debate, but it's still an interesting addition to the game. If you were to venture past the mural a bit, however, there is a space between it and the wall. For the most part, it's just a blank wall, nothing special about it. But if you were to go to the wall near the bunker, you'll find a door. When opened, this door will take you to another door on the opposite side of the map. The purpose of these doors is not known for certain, considering they don't serve much purpose, but many players within the Under Presents community agree that they're most likely just there for ease of access and a quick way to travel across the map. Finally, let's talk about a few little Easter eggs that myself and the other Under Presents players found interesting and may deserve a little more admiration and acknowledgement. Firstly, if you were to pick up one of the crabs that pop up out of the sand around the Under and turn them over, you would find that each crab has a symbol imprinted near its rear. These range from hearts, leaves, wine glasses, and even the Tenderclaws logo. These symbols may just be a fun little Easter egg, but I personally think it may correlate with this next feature. Now, if you were to hold two crabs and push their faces together, you will get one of three outcomes. Either the crabs will make a clicking sound and fly out of your hands, the crabs will kiss, but do not do much other than make a smooching sound. Or they'll kiss, rose petals particles will fly out, and they live happily. They hop out of your hands, walk over and onto the stage holding claws, and the MC will happily pronounce them Crob and Crob, in sickness and in health, till death do they part. Okay, I made the last bit up. But they do seem to love each other more than the second outcome, where they just kind of rub their faces together unwillingly. I think their symbols may correlate with their compatibility, but I've yet to test it. Another neat feature included in the Under Presents is the visual you get when looking into a reflective object. Instead of seeing a reflection of the world around you, you find yourself looking into an alternate version of the Under. The chairs are larger and covered in sand, Gerald's tank sits on the stage, and Gerald himself hangs from the ceiling like a sparkling chandelier. The Under Presents may seem a bit empty at first glance, but it's chock full of interesting features, mechanics, puzzles to solve, and tons of lore that I don't even have time to go over in this video. Not to mention that no one playtime will be the same as the last, when each new person you meet is a real stranger behind the mask, with a different personality and playstyle. So, enjoy the Under Presents with your newfound knowledge, hunt for those secrets, and remember, all it takes is a snap.